Hello students, we are discussing the CET paper on permutation combinations and binomial theorem which you wrote on September 9th, 2023. Paper is a straightforward one. Let's get started. The first question, in how many ways can n books be arranged so that two books are not together? So what is the approach here? Whenever they say two books should not be together, we will find out total permutations minus two books are together. So the total permutation is nothing but n factorial. Now, if two books have to be together, I'll put the two books in one big box, and then there will be n minus 2 other boxes. So overall, there will be n minus 2 plus 1. That is n minus 1 boxes. And n minus 1 boxes can be arranged in n minus 1 factorial ways. And because these two books are put together in a big box, I go into the big box and I realize that they can be arranged in 2 factorial ways. So the final answer would be n factorial minus 2 times n minus 1 factorial. Now, the n factorial can be written as n into n minus 1 factorial. So I pull out n minus 1 factorial common, and then I'll get n minus 2. So the answer is option A. I again repeat, we calculated the total permutations, which is n factorial, then put both the books in a single box. So there will be n minus 2 other elements and this one big box. So n minus 1 factorial, and then go into the big box. You can arrange them in 2 factorial ways. So that's how we solve the first question. Now let's go to the second one. How many words can be formed from the letter R, from the word article if vowels always come at odd places? So which are the vowels here? A, I, E, right? So if it has to come at odd places, this is a 7-letter word, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now, first I'll fill up the odd places, right? So this is position 1, position 2, position 3, 4. So we have position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So the first box, so the vowels have to come at odd places. So what are the possibilities? The vowels come at 1, 3, 5 or 1, 3, 7. So then we have 3. Anything else? Starting from 1, I think there's one more, 1, 5, 7. Right. So the vowels can come at 1, 3, 5 position, 1, 3, 7, 1, 5, 7. So we have vowels occupying positions 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 7, 1, 5, 7. Apart from that, it could be at 3, 5, 7. Anything else? I don't think we have any other possibility, right? So now these are the 4 cases. How do you know there are only 4 cases? Some students have a doubt, right? Very simple. We have 4 positions. Out of those 4 positions, we have to select 3 positions and give the 3 positions to vowels. So that means from 4, you have to select 3, 4C3, which is 4. right? So that way also we can understand there are only 4 ways. Now, once these 4 positions are fixed for vowels, the vowels can arrange themselves in 3 factorial ways in these positions, and the remaining 4 alphabets can arrange in 4 factorial ways. So the final answer will be 3 factorial into 4 factorial and into 4. Why this 4? This 4 is because there are 4 possibilities. Vowels can come at 135, 137, 157, 357. So that's why 4 ways. And now in these positions, vowels can arrange in 3 factorial ways, and the consonants can arrange in 4 factorial ways. So the final answer would be 4 into 6 into 24. So it's 24 square, which is 576. So it's a good question. So what are the 3 ways? 2 ways to solve this. One is you count and say 4. Another way is 4C3 you can write, because you have to select 3 positions and give them to vowels. So 4C3. Then once you have given it to vowels, the vowels can arrange in 3 factorial ways and consonants can arrange in 4 factorial ways. Both give you the same answer. All right. So let's move to the next question. A 5-digit number is divisible by 3, and it is to be formed using the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without repetition. So total ways this can be done. So now the way to solve this is a 5-digit number. So what do you think can be the maximum sum? A number is divisible by 3 if the sum is divisible by 3. So if, let us say, I choose only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the total sum is 15. That means with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, any 5-digit number that I take is going to be divisible by 3. So very easy this is. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the 5-digit numbers are divisible by 3. So that means 5 factorial numbers are divisible by 3. Now, if I include 0, whom should I exclude? Right? Obviously, the only possibility is I should exclude 3. Why should I exclude 3? Because if I exclude a number, the sum should still be divisible by 3. So when I include 0, 0 is not contributing to the sum. So sum will continue to remain 15. Now if I have to remove something and it should be multiple of 3 still, then I have to only remove multiples of 3, because 15 was already a multiple of 3. So the only possibility is you have to remove 3. So now you'll have to form 5-digit numbers from 0, 1, 2, 4, 5. And we know how to do this. The first box, 0 can't come here, so it has 4 options. The second box has again 4 options, because one of these would have got filled here. Now the remaining numbers are 4, right? So then therefore there are 4 options, because now 0 can be included. So the first box, as I was saying, can be filled only with 4 options, and the second one again with 4, because 0 can be included. Then we have 3, 2, and 1. So now when you multiply all of them, you will get 96. So then either 120 or 96, both of them are there. So when you add both, you will get 216. So it's again a very good question. Let's move on to the 4th one. Before we go there, what did we do here? I repeat, we chose, first we assume 0 is not there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The overall sum is 15. It means any 5-digit number that you form will be divisible by 3. Then when I include 0, I'll have to remove something. So I removed 3 so that the sum will remain as 12. and then add up both the cases, right? So 216 is the answer. Next one. Number of parallelograms from 4 parallel lines intersecting another 3 parallel lines. So how do we get a parallelogram? I need to choose 2 lines out of these 4, right? And 3 more lines, 2 more lines out of these 3. So the answer is, I have to select 2 out of 4, matlab 4C2. And andre multiply madbeku. We should multiply. So 3 lines out of 3, I need to select 2. So the answer is simply 4C2 into 3C2. And 4C2 is nothing but 4 into 3 by 2 factorial. And 3C2 is 3 into 2 by 2 factorial. So we end up getting 18, right? Next one. How many numbers can be formed using the digits? How many numbers consisting of 5 digits, 5-digit number that can be formed using 3, 4, and 7 are used once, and 5 is used twice? So this is an easy question. So 3, 4, 7, 5, and 5. So the answer to this would be 5 factorial by 2 factorial, because when there's a repetition, you have to divide. So the answer is 60, direct one. Right. So next one. A lady gives dinner for 6 guests. The number of ways in which they may be selected from 10 friends if 2 of them will not attend the party together. So that means let the 2 people be called A and B. So what are the possibilities? The possibilities are only A comes, or only B comes, or both don't come. Either you can do it like this, or another option is total possibilities minus the number of cases when both A and B are invited together, right? The only unfavorable case is when A and B both are invited together. So just subtract that unfavorable case from the total case. What is the total number of cases? The total number of cases is 10C6, because out of 10 friends, you have to select 6 people. And in that, the unfavorable cases are, imagine A and B both are selected. If both are selected, that means you need to select only 4 more people out of 8. So this is the unfavorable case. So you need to subtract this. So 10C6 is same as 10C4. And 10C4 is 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 by 24. And 8C4 is 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 by 24. So it is 210 minus 70, right? Which is 140. So good question again, and an easy one too. The next question is again a very easy one. In a conference of 8 persons, if each shakes hands with other one only, total number of handshakes. So in order to find out the total different possibility of handshakes, all you have to do is select 2 people. So each time you select two people, you ask them to shake their hands. So how many ways of handshakes are possible? It is same as number of ways of selecting 2 people, because once you select 2 people, you can always ask them to shake their hands together. So the answer to this is simply NC2, which is 8C2, 8 into 7 by 2 factorial, which is 28. So we move on. Committee of 12 has to be formed, of which at least 5 women need to be there. So then now they're asking in how many cases women are in majority, in how many men are in majority. So because we need 5 women minimum, so for men to be in majority, there's only one case, right? Women have to be 5, men have to be 7. So the answer is 9C5, because we need to select 5 women out of 9 and andre into 7 men out of 8. So 9C5 is same as 9C4 and 8C7 is 8C1 and 9C4 is 9876 by 4 factorial, which is 24. So when this gets cancelled, we'll be left with 9 8s are 72, 72 into 14. So 14 2s are 28, 14 7s are 98, 98 plus this. So 1008. That is when men are in majority. There are 2 options here matching it. Now, if women have to be in majority, then the options are women have to be 7 or 8 or 9 and men have to be 5, 4, 3. So the answer would be 9C7 into 8C5 or, which means plus 9C8 into 8C4 plus 9C9 into 8C3. 9C7 is same as 9C2, which I can write as 9 into 8 by 2 factorial. 8C5 is 8C3, so 8, 7, 6 by 3 factorial. 9C8 is 9C1, which is 9. And 8C4 is 8, 7, 6, 5 by 4 factorial. And the last case, 9C9 is 1 and 8C3. So 3 factorial gets cancelled. 24 gets cancelled here. And 3 factorial gets cancelled. So here we end up getting 36 into 56 plus 10 into 63, which is 630 plus 56. So now 36 into 56. It is like around 2016 plus 686. So that's like 2800 and 2702, right? So 2702. So therefore option D is the right answer. So we move on to the next question. 10 persons are to speak in a function. Number of ways in which A wants to speak before B and B wants to speak before C. So we have already discussed this in the class. If they were given all freedom, it would be 10 factorial. But now because A, B, C cannot swap amongst themselves, the total permutation will be 10 factorial by 3 factorial, which is option A. And if a polygon has 44 diagonals, so number of diagonals is NC2 minus N. And why NC2 minus N? Because if you have N vertices, you select any 2 of them, you will get a side or a diagonal, right? But if I only look for diagonals, then out of all the NC2 selections, I have to remove the N selections. Why I have to remove the N selections? Because N of them represents, N of them are sides, right? So NC2 minus N is equal to 44. We start like this. What is NC2? N into N minus 1 by 2 factorial minus n. So I'll end up getting n into n minus 3 is equal by 2 is 44. So this will be 88. So now if you factorize 88, 88 is 11 into 8. Now on comparing, you can say that n has to be 11. So the answer is n is 11. Now how to solve the 11th one? Very easy. Transfer the minus to the other side. So you'll get 8CR is equal to 7C2 plus 7C3. Now we have an identity here. NCR plus NCR plus 1 is n plus 1 CR. So 8CR becomes equal to 8C3. So that means R should either be 3 or R can also be 5, because if you're selecting 5, it's as good as selecting 3. So answer is R is either 3 or 5. So the right answer here is 3. Let's move on. The next one. Twelfth one. M men and n women are to be seated so that no two women sit together. So this is to be solved using the gap method. So we don't want women to sit together. So what we do, we first arrange the m men. M men can be arranged in m factorial ways. And we tell them, while arranging, we tell them to leave one gap in between. So how many gaps will they leave? They will be n plus 1 gaps. So the gaps will be n plus 1. Sorry, how many? M plus 1 gaps. So now out of these m plus 1 gaps, I need to occupy how many? Only n gaps, because the women have to sit in the gaps. So the answer is, first men can be arranged in m factorial ways and women in m plus 1 Pn, because there are m plus 1 gaps of which only n have to be arranged, right? And what is m plus 1 Pn? It is m plus 1 factorial divided by m plus 1 minus n factorial. Just like npr is n factorial by n minus r factorial. We use exactly the same thing. So the answer is quite straightforward. It's option A. Now let's go to the last question on PNC, permutation and combination. 20 persons are invited for a party. In how many ways can they and the host be seated on a circular table if 2 persons are to sit on either side of the host? So this is the host. We have guest 1, guest 2, and then 18 others here. So now these 18 others, because they are not part of a completed circle, they are part of a broken circle, it's as good as treating them like an open chain. So 18 people can arrange themselves in 18 factorial ways. Now the guest 1 and 2 can swap amongst themselves in 2 ways. So the right answer is 2 into 18 factorial, which is option B. So with this, we conclude all questions on permutation combination. In our next video, we'll look at questions on binomial theorem. Thank you, students.